Guys, welcome to another Python tutorial for beginners. In this particular tutorial, we are solving another very simple but yet trickish question. So the question is, given this list called my list, you should be able to provide a resulted list that removes all the zeros in the given list and append these zeros to the end of your list. So your given list can be numbers mixed with zeros, and all you have to do is to return a resulted list with the numbers maintaining their position, but make sure you append all these zeros at the end of your resulted list. All right, so let's solve this. There are two different approaches we can take, and one is easy but inefficient, and the final one, which is efficient but not that easy. It's easy but not that easy. So let's go with the inefficient one, and I'll tell you why it's inefficient. So to do that, we just look through this list. So for I in my list, and we'll check anytime I is equal to 0. So if I is equal to 0, all we want to do is my list dot remove, and then we'll just go ahead and remove I. So after removing I, we have to append I again, because in this case I is 0. So we remove the 0 and we append it. And in Python, the append adds the elements to the end of the list. So we just remove the element and then we add the element again. So now my list dot append, and we'll append I. So this is like a very simple approach you can use for this particular problem. So let's print my final list to see if it has been sorted. So over here, I will quickly run this, and let's see on the terminal the results we'll get. All right, so you can see we have been able to solve this. While this is very easy and straightforward, this method is inefficient because in Python, when you are looping through a list and you are removing items, the position of these numbers do change, okay? They don't maintain their position, so this becomes a problem. So because in this case, you can see we are removing an item and we are appending an item. So this results in undesired behavior. So I don't think this particular method is efficient. So let's go through the next approach of doing this. So for that, I'll comment this, and for the next approach, all we have to do is to get the number of zeros we have in that list. So we can call that one num underscore zeros, and this will be equal to 0. And then we'll also get the non-zero, so that one will be a list. So we'll call this non underscore zeros. So in this case, we'll do the same thing. We just look through our list. So for I in my list, what we'll do is I will check if I is equal to 0. What we'll do is to increment our num zeros count, okay, number of zeros count. So we'll do num zeros plus equals to 1, okay. In case I is not equal to 0, that means we have a non-zero, so we can just go ahead and append that. So for that, we'll do what is the name? The name is non-zero, so we just do non-zeros dot append, and in this case we just append I. So what we have done here is we have separated the zeros from the non-zeros. Okay, now after getting this, we can come and combine these together to get our final list. All right, so to do that, what we'll do is that we'll come back here and we'll say our results is equal to, then we have the non-zeros, right? And then we'll add these non-zeros plus 0 multiplied by the number of times the 0 we find zeros, which is non-zeros. Okay, so our result will be our non-zeros, which we are appending into this particular list, and then we add that to the number of zeros. Okay, so number of zeros, so the number of zeros here will be 0 multiplied by number of times we've seen 0, and remember the number of times we are seeing zeros, we are adding it up here, so we'll get the exact number. And let me quickly print out our results, and let's clear this terminal and rerun this, and let's see. All right, so this is the result we got, which is absolutely wrong. So we got the zeros appended, but we didn't remove the zeros, and that's because we didn't add an else statement here. So we should have add else, and then we bring this down, so else. So I'll just do this and rerun it again, and this time around you can see we have appended the zeros at the end. So remember to add the else statement. I forgot that, silly of me. So guys, this is how simple you can also solve this problem using these two approach. Let me know which approach you will use yourself if you are to solve something like this. You can comment your approach in the comment section for me to see, and also let me know if you are enjoying this series so that we do more of these beginner level questions and answers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.